just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're
I
celebrating.
mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with.
What do you make of all the fake news and it affects
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
So what do you do?
That's a great question. What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth. We live in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it.
And when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean it every day, every new thing you do. It's such a gimme. Everybody back off. Everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, if you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme. Push. Step, crush.
No, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And there is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None of this is real? So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
For 30 years, where a good part of the majority of the population has been left out of economic growth and development. For most people, wages have pretty much stagnated, even declined. That's a big change from earlier years. And it has not led here, I mean, there's a scattering of examples of serious resistance to it, but a scattering. There's no widespread resistance. The phenomena that we're seeing here is generalized rage. So, for example, take the current primaries, which are interesting, not because of their substantive content, but because of what's happening. Take Donald Trump. He's a clown, literally, could be in the circus. He's getting huge support from people who are angry at everything, mostly white males, working class, middle class, poor white males, and their wives of traditional families. They are furious about everything. Everything's been taken away from them. There's no economic growth for them, there is for other people. The institutions are all against them. There's concern, deep concern, that they're losing their country because they, generalized they, are taking it away from us.
Senator, as a black man in America,
Say it as it is. I think it's important.
you only have a few shots at success. You only have a few chances to make yourself a viable member of the community. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I have seen many, many young black men who were provoked into violence, and they were in prison, or they were killed, and they're not here. My wife, for years, prepared me. She said, if you ever get goaded, if you ever get prodded, if you ever have anyone try to push you into any kind of situation, don't do it. Don't be violent. And she trained me. I'll be honest with you. It was the strength of my wife who trained me and told me, if this situation happens, let's leave. And the training worked. because I did not go into my first reaction. I grabbed her hand, we left. But the next day, I went right to the agency, and I have texts, I have phone conversations, and I said, this is unacceptable. And I told them how, I almost got violent, but I didn't. And I said, what are you going to do about this predator that you have roaming your hallways? And I was told, we're going to do everything in our power. We are going to handle this, Terry. You're right, it is unacceptable. And then they disappeared. Nothing happened.